Hey social media world, hello to you watching this video. So we're on the second day of what I call implementation in my business workshop. So the first 2 days we work on being, the next 4 days we work on implementation. And one of the things I've been getting the coaches to do who are up here with me in North Wales is to answer a number of questions. And the first question that I get them to answer is like, who am I? Just really because, like, you know, if you're going to be a coach, you've got to stand out from the crowd, and generally people will work with you because they like who you are and they sort of resonate with who you are. So I've got them all to do an exercise on who am I, and I thought, do you know what, I should really do my own video on that as well. I've got to kind of eat my own cooking, for want of a better expression. So, you know, my story is very much of as a child. I was very lucky. I was very, very good at school, but I then started to define myself by academic success. So kind of my value was my results, which was a pretty nasty loop to get into, almost striving for perfection, getting A's and O levels. I am that old, and A levels and things like that. I went to Oxford, which I was very proud of, first person in my family to do that. But again, it was just like, you know, I started to get into a pattern of just doing enough. What is enough to get the best result, basically, and you know what, in degree level that just doesn't work, and I ended up getting a 2-1 even though I was predicted a first, and I was pretty gutted about that, to be honest, and I kind of defined myself by that for a while, but you know, that's fine. I remember sitting in the careers office crying my eyes out because I didn't know what I wanted to do next, because, you know, I played this game of academia for many years and been very good at it, and then suddenly I had choice. And I just didn't know what I wanted to do. So I fell into investment banking because it was competitive and it paid well. I enjoyed that for a while because I didn't know a lot about it initially. So there was an intellectual challenge there. But once I could do it, I actually got quite bored. And I ended up having 4 very young children. And it's this sort of job that involved getting up very early and being away from the family for long periods of time, and, you know, quite frankly, it was exhausting. I burnt myself out, so I was very, very successful but incredibly bored. I remember my boss saying to me once, you're twice as productive as anyone else in the group, but you only work for half the time. That pretty much summed up my banking career. I got lost, very stressed, ended up getting divorced, which was out of the blue for me, really. I then ended up with another partner quite quickly. I call it my time delay wife swap, because it's my wife went off with a friend's husband. I ended up with the friend after a period of time, so that was an interesting one. When that relationship broke up, I actually suffered quite serious depression. I was on pills, very lost, panic attacks. Yeah, kind of in my mid-30s, and just like, what is life about? And I had my 4 kids to focus on, but apart from that, not a lot else. And that's when I discovered Tony Robbins. So I went on Tony Robbins' course. I'd seen him in Oprah Winfrey, went along to a course, absolutely loved it, changed my life, or enabled me to change my life. And I started teaching all those tools. It wasn't long after that my favourite grandmother died. My mum's mum, who I absolutely adored, unconditional love. And it did give me a different perspective on life, and also how to celebrate her life. And so I sort of moved increasingly into sort of starting to do coaching at a part-time basis. I eventually became a trainer with Tony Robbins, and then a senior trainer. I think I was the first in mainland UK to become a senior trainer for Robbins, which is pretty cool. Created a coach training program, helping coaches to make successful businesses. My cousin Chris Joseph, called Toolbox, Secret Business of Coaching. And then when lockdown started, effectively my father-in-law died, my long-term partner's father died, which was difficult, and it kind of changed the nature of my business. And also chose to leave the Tony Robbins environment as well, just to pursue my own stuff more. I think lockdown's had quite a big impact on me. It's definitely helped me to focus more on a being space. I created my own group after Toolbox called Be Different, Stay in Business, or the Bizzers. So creating businesses from an authentic, vulnerable, high integrity place. And it also led to the end of a long 12-year relationship as well, which has been very difficult. but it has made me consider, like, you know, who I am, and I am the only person that defines who I am, and sometimes things have to end for a reason as well. And that's then led me to create a group that I'd love to tell you about, which is a group that I'm creating, a membership group where people can access all of my tools, all of my speeches, all my content, all my programs, all in one place, just for a monthly fee. It's provisionally named the Mindset Toolbox. May change that because I have a tendency to do these things. And like all my neurolinguistic programming knowledge, NLP knowledge is going to be in there. All my stuff, my sort of take on Robbins stuff. I'm obviously not gonna publish Tony's content elsewhere, but like my take on some of Tony's stuff, my own tools that I've developed, more importantly. It could be really useful for you if you're interested in self-development and personal growth, and it could be really useful for you as a coach if you want to use those tools to coach your own clients. You're very, very welcome to do that. So I'll post a link to that below this video, but that's a bit about who I am. I'd love to know a bit more about who you are. Bye for now.